Okay. Okay, let's go. So, Rabbi Nathan Hanan, can you please help me to read?
Yeah.
Je vais m'aider à lire. Comme tous les mercredis, on est dans le Sefer, dans le Talmud Yerushalmi. Like every Wednesday, we are in the Talmud Yerushalmi. On est dans le Talmud Yerushalmi, and we stopped basically last week in the page Daf Halakha 8 of this, Halakha 8, and we will start to talk about the oil. On va commencer à parler de l'huile. On va essayer de se demander pourquoi en fait l'huile des non-juifs nous est interdite. We try to say why the oil of non-Jew is forbidden for us. First of all, did you know that? Est-ce que vous saviez ça? Did you know that the oil of non-Jew are also prohibited? Savez-vous que l'huile des non-juifs était interdite? Be honest, if you don't, it's not what. L'huile, yeah, the oil. Yes. Let's see why. On va voir pourquoi. And also, like usual, what we have behind is halakha. Etc. Rabbi Nathan, can you please start? Oui, je vais traduire en français. I'll translate in French.
Is it where the Gemara addresses?
Yeah, the Mishnah.
Okay. The Gemara addresses the Mishnah's prohibition against oil of idolaters.
Donc la Gemara elle va parler de cette Mishnah qui interdit l'huile d'idolâtres. Les idolâtres, les akum, qui sont Avodah, Avodah Zarah, ou Mazalot. So the Gemara will explain now why it's forbidden for us to have any profit from the oil of idolaters. Who are them? They are the people who worship idolatry, idols, let's say.
Who burnt the oil of idolaters? Rav Yehuda said, Daniel burnt it, as it is written. And Daniel said in his heart that he would not be defiled by the king's bread food, nor by the wine of his drinks. The verse says drinks, plural, alluding to two drinks, wine and oil. We learn from here that Daniel instituted a ban against consuming the oil of idolaters.
Donc il dit d'où on tient que c'est interdit d'utiliser l'huile des idolâtres. C'est de Daniel, du prophète Daniel. Pourquoi? Il dit c'est écrit, Daniel, quand il s'est imposé de ne pas consommer de la nourriture de Nebuchadnezzar. Il dit I will not take anything from Nebuchadnezzar, from his kingdom, from his house. Et à l'intérieur de cette chose, il y a marqué et les boissons. Il dit le mot boisson là-bas, il est au pluriel. Les sages nous disent comment il faut comprendre cette interprétation-là. C'est écrit dans les Moshe, dans le Babli 36a. Il dit là-bas que boisson, c'est de 1, vin, et de 2, l'huile. Daniel, the prophet. So it's not a joke. C'est pas une blague. Ça vient Minatora. Ça vient de la Minatana. Ça vient du Tana.
The Gemara continues. And who ultimately revoked the decree and permitted the the oil of idolatry. Rabbi permitted with his court.
Donc il dit, maintenant la Gemara demande, mais qui a enlevé ce décret pour à la fin permettre la consommation de l'huile des idolâtres? Et il dit, c'est Rabbi. Et ça court. Okay.
The Gemara remarks, if in 3 places, I beg your pardon, in 3 places, all involving lenient rulings, Rabbi Yehuda Hanasi in his court are referred to as our teachers. With regard to a conditional get, with regard to idolatrous oil, and with regard to an aborted sandal.
Continue.
The Gemara objected to the assertion that this court issued to 3 lenient rulings.
Donc il dit quoi? La Gemara, elle dit, il n'y a que 3 endroits où on considère qu'il y a une cour et son dirigeant qui sont la cour de Yehuda Nasi et Yehuda Nasi lui-même, où on va suivre leurs références, on va suivre leur analyse. Et il dit, c'est quand, en fait, on les considère comme étant nos enseignants à ce moment-là. C'est quand il s'agit de l'acte de divorce, du contrat de divorce, on va dire, de guet, quand il s'agit de l'huile d'idolâtre, et quand il s'agit de tout ce qui est lié à l'utilisation des sandales. Il dit quoi là-bas? 41. Il dit... Le sandal ici, ce n'est pas les sandales. The sandal is not the sandals. It's related to the fetus. C'est relié à la notion du fœtus. C'est only them are considered like teachers. So we have here oils of idolaters. On a l'huile des idolâtres. So how come that Rabbi say no, it's permit? Donc vous savez que Rabbi, il dit que c'est permis. Quel Rabbi en attend?
But if so, they should be called a permissive court. For any court that permits 3 forbidden methods is called a permissive court.
Donc il dit, si c'est comme ça, il devrait être appelé une cour de permission, parce qu'une cour de justice rabbinique qui permet des choses interdites, bah, ça s'appelle une cour qui est permissive. On va voir où il va Ken, yes.
The Gemara responds, Rav Yehuda said, Rav Yehuda's court disagree with Rav Yehuda's Nesia. In the case of the conditional get, thus the court itself issued only 2 lenient rulings. Therefore was not a permissive court.
Mm-hmm.
The Gemara elaborates upon Rabbi Yehuda's Nasi's opinion that the get is valid even though the husband died within 12 months.
Okay.
What is the law regarding whether the wife is permitted to get a get immediately after we hear of the husband is dead, before the 12 months have passed? Although the husband has stipulated that the get would take effect only after 12 months have passed, perhaps the condition is considered to be fulfilled. As soon as he dies, since it is now certain that he will not return before the end of 12 months. The Gemara cites 2 opinions on the matter. Rabbi Haggai says, she is indeed permitted to get married immediately. Rav Yossi says, she is prohibited to get married until the 12 months have passed. The Gemara explains why. Why? Pardon? Why Rabbi Yehuda Nesia and his court rescinded the ban on the oil of idolaters Rabbi Achar.
Wait a little bit. So, qu'est-ce qui se passe ici? Il explique en fait que une cour qui permet des choses interdites est une cour permissive. Donc ça, on a compris. Donc il dit, la Gemara apporte un cas de Rabbi Yudan, qui en fait, qui était en marloquette avec la cour de Rabbi Yehuda Nassi au sujet du guet. Donc c'était quoi la question principale là-bas? C'était de savoir si au niveau du guet, il y avait une nécessité ou non d'attendre 12 mois pour pouvoir le valider ou invalider certaines conditions où la femme pouvait être mariée ou pas. Donc là-bas, il y a une marloquette sur quelle est la durée du guet, combien de temps on attend, qu'est-ce qui peut se passer dans cette durée-là, laps de temps, toute une série d'halachot là-bas qu'il faut voir, mais on arrive en fin de compte à une situation, une situation de marloquette entre Rabbi Yudan et Rabbi Yehuda Nassi. Pourquoi il fait la parenthèse sur le get? Why is making the bracket on the get? We don't know yet. We continue a little bit. On continue encore un petit peu. Okay.
Rabbi Achar said, in the name of Rabbi Tanchum Barachia, we had said it in the name of Rabbi Hanina. But there are some who say that he said it in the name of Rabbi Yoshua ben Levi. Rabbi Yehuda Nessia rescinded the ban because the Jews would ascend Al-Hamelech and they get killed on account of it. Since the decree forbade the Jews from using the oil of idolaters, they were forced to go places such as Har Hamelech to obtain olives to produce it themselves. At that time, Har Hamelech was inhabited by idolaters who would kill Jews who came there. To prevent the Jews from coming to harm in this way, Rabbi Yehuda Nessia revoked the decree and they permitted the oil of idolaters.
So, il dit, il y a une histoire de comprendre pourquoi le prophète Daniel il fait un décret. Il dit que l'huile des idolâtres, il ne faut pas en consommer dans le récit qu'on a vu. D'un coup, Rabbi Yehuda Nassi, il vient et il permet. Il dit, mais il faut voir en fait qu'est-ce qui se passe là-bas. Il y a toute une histoire avec l'endroit qu'on appelle Har Hamelech. Il fait là-bas, c'était un endroit connu d'idolâtrie. Et à chaque fois au moment où cette montagne est habitée par les idolâtres, qui tuaient les Juifs, non, on va recommencer le truc. Rabbi Yehuda Nassi, la position de Rabbi Yehuda Nassi, elle est comme Daniel. La position de Rabbi Yehuda Nassi is like Daniel. Say we should never have access and consume the oil of non-Jew. But they had a time, it seems to be before Rabbi Yehuda Nassi's period, where Jews went back to apply things according to Rabbi. They were using non-Jewish oil. And so one story happened with the Har Hamelech. Une histoire s'est passée avec le Har Hamelech, où les Juifs se faisaient tuer quand ils allaient prendre de l'huile chez eux. Well, basically, Jews were killed when they were going to that mountain of idolatries to take some oil. So based on that, Rabbi Yehuda Nassi, he said that permission that you were given to you to go and to take oil from idolatry, we remove it again. So we go back in the logicality of Daniel. On parle de la logique de Daniel. Okay.
The Gemara records the reaction of Babylonian sages to the revocation of the decree on the oil. Yitzchak bar Shmuel bar Mata went down to Netzivim. He found that Smlai from the south was sitting and proclaiming a lecture that Rabbi and his court permitted the oil of idolaters.
You find that who? You find that who? Simlai.
Similar?
No, I just want to see the name.
Similar. From the south.
Okay, yeah. Continue.
Okay. Rabbi and his court permitted the oil of idolaters. He then returned and reported his teaching to the Torah scholars in Babylonia. Shemuel accepted the teaching and ate the oil of idolaters. Rav, however, did not accept this permit to eat idolaters' oil. Shemuel said to him, accept the ruling and eat the oil of idolaters. For if you do not, I will issue a writ of Zakkain memory, rebellious sage against it. Rabu said to him in reply, while I was still there in Eretz Israel, I already knew who objected to the decree on the oil. It was this very Shimlai from the south. Who is he to overturn this established law? Shemuel said to him, did Shimlai speak in his own name? Did he not say it in the name of Rav Yehuda Nesiah? Which ruling we are surely compelled to accept? Samuel accepted the pressure on Rav, and he relented. They accepted the ruling. They consumed the oil of idolaters.
Okay. So he said, discussion. Currently bringing the story, dans l'histoire, Achamé Bavei, the sage de Babylon, said they are holding that mutar to consume the oil of idolaters. And Rav came to that place. Rav, il est parti là-bas et il dit, mais si jamais tu ne consommes pas l'huile d'idolâtre, nous on va te faire comme un chérem. Zaken Mamre. Il dit, si tu consommes, if you don't consume the oil of idolaters, c'est pas logique. It's about food I want to eat. I eat if I don't want to. What's wrong? Why you oblige me to consume it, and if not, you remove me? I think Netivim was in Israel, but they get the minhag from Babel. Yeah.
To not make a dissension with the
So what do you think? What is that oil? C'est quoi cette huile? Why the Gemara is giving that story now? Why this fight? Let's say. Daniel un avis? Daniel un avis? C'est no oil sur la coupe. Ravi. C'est moutard. Moutard. Permit. Donc, Marasset, Ravi, et son bédier, un askama. Ils n'ont pas d'askama. Askama on what? To remove a decree. Basically, you need askama to say it was forbidden, not permitted. Ils n'ont pas d'askama de faire ce qu'ils ont fait. That's not to do what they did. To make something mutar when it was forbidden. And la askama. So the only one who had askama is Rabbi Yehuda Nasi. See, it's a big deal. And they said they did it only 3 times to make something forbidden permit. Ils ont fait ça que 3 fois. Rendre quelque chose interdit permis. The first time it was with the get, Halakha shel get. Second time, oil. Third time, sandal. So we have the fetus. So before we go, start to study, what do you understand? Avant qu'on étudie, qu'est-ce que vous comprenez?
All this is about separation. That is separated from the oil is about oil as a mix.
Liquid.
Liquid oil is also used to separate between home and possession.
Mm-hmm.
Shabbat and weekday, like candle. I think what I know of the halakha for women, they accept it when they night. It's usually separated between Shabbat and sandals, separate between the kippah. It's all about separation.
Good.
It's more about this get is linked to navigate in the Kippah. You have a sandal in the Kippah, and the oil, you saw it last year, Shemin Zayit, it's going to be good. So I think it's going to
Yichud. If you have any ideas in the internet, you can speak. It's the in the picture number 1 in the Agah. It said like this: a sandal is a flattened mishappened fetus born along with another properly developed fetus. Basically, it's twins. Basically, one eats the other. C'est 2 jumeaux en fait qui sont dans le truc. Il y en a un qui a pas qui a grandi, l'autre qui n'a pas grandi, qui a un fœtus qui n'est pas fini. Non, non, et en fait, ils vont faire des halakhot là-bas, on ne sait pas quoi. Mais là-bas, il dit quoi? The Mishnah Nida teaches that if a woman avoids a sandal, so sandal c'est le fetus, it's a fetus, it's considered to be a child. And she is thus required to observe the Tuma and Tara period for both and male and female. So meaning that if you avoid a sandal, a fetus who wasn't formed properly, it's still considered like a child, even if the form wasn't proper. Okay.
So we're not talking about the sandals.
No, so I told you it's a fetus. If you ask me, I said it's fetus. So it's auto separation because you have 2. One is not didn't grow up properly. La 2, c'est bien une séparation. Après, il said, child on account of it since the gender of a sandal cannot be determined. It means that because sandal is a fetus, we cannot know if it's masculine or feminine. So there's no machloket to know which time will be applied. However, Tosefta stated on record that our teachers deemed this true only if the sandal as something of a human form. Otherwise, it is not considered a child and it does not make the mother tameh. emotion. So this is the Softa. We have to see if this is the way we apply it in the Torah. The Gemara attributes this leniency as well to Rabbi Yehuda Nasi, and it's quote. So, this is what we have seen. The question will be now, what is the oil? La question, donc, on a c'est quoi l'huile? Parce que si on ne sait pas c'est quoi l'huile, comment on peut comprendre toute la marloquette qu'il y a, enfin toute la compréhension de Daniel, toute la marloquette qu'il y a après entre Rabbi et Rabbi Yehuda Nasi. So let's see. For that, we're going to take Charles Coutim. Charles Coutim. Parashat Toldot. Pour comprendre en fait c'est quoi l'huile, on va aller dans la définition originelle. We're going to go to this definition. In the pictures, on voit la photo. I will not read everything. Je ne vais pas lire tout, juste vous donner la configuration de la situation. I will not read everything. I will just give to you the configuration of the situation. What is said in this Parashat Toldot, we try to comment the pasuk saying it's daf Ain Dalet. On essaie de commenter le pasuk qui dit Vayata'a Yitzchak l'Adonai enocha et ishto. It's a pasuk talking about Yitzchak praying Hashem that his wife will be pregnant. C'est une prière qu'en fait Yitzchak il fait, Vayata'a Yitzchak il prie pour que Rivka tombe enceinte. Et là-bas, le Rakadosh va développer certaines notions. Maybe we're going to see, we're going to jump in the reading, but we're going to read not everything, but a very important part. So let's start from Daf Ayin Gimel. Donc il dit, say like this. From this situation, we're going to understand what is the oil. De ce texte-là, la question, c'est le point, en fait, c'est de savoir c'est quoi l'huile. So look at the beginning what he said. Regardez ce qu'il dit au début. Il dit comme ça. C'est like this. Vayatar Yitzchak l'Hashem enochar et ishto. C'est Pirush, explanation. Il dit, Amur Azal, the sage have said in the Gemara, de la Gemara, Bene Chaye ou Maisonné, Lav Bisruta Talia, Milta Ela Bemazala. Donc ils ont dit quoi les sages? Ils disent les enfants, la vie et la parnassa et le mazon, meaning children, life and abundance. It's not connected to the merit, but it's related and connected to the mazal. Ce n'est pas relié à ton mérite, c'est lié à ton mazal. So he said, Yesh lomar, we have to say, Arakadosh is asking, Lama lo ekdim achashuv techila. So why don't make why don't bring these three things in the proper order, the most important to the less important? Because Bene, of course the children are important. C'est vrai que les enfants sont importants. But if I'm not alive, what's the purpose? So the right to order will not be Bene Chaye Maisonné. We do maybe Chaye Maisonné Bene. Because if you want to have kids, you need to have Parnassa, Shefa, to give to them, to sustain to their life. Si tu veux avoir des enfants, il faut que tu aies un peu d'abondance pour pouvoir à leur vie. So what should be the order? Should be Chaye, Maisonné, Bene. God is asking, why the Gemara give the opposite, not a strange order? Why donne un ordre différent? Il sait chez où Achaïm, chez où Tzorer le Adam, parce qu'on a besoin de vivre. We need to live. Kodem kol davar, everything, before everything. Achar kar maisonné, and after maisonné, abundance, parnassa, food. Achar kar béné, and after the sons, et après les enfants. C'est ve'od, lama elo ashlosha en'am tluim bezchut. And also why these three things are not depending on the zchut. Pourquoi ces trois choses-là ne sont pas dépendants du zchut? Ve'od sarir le'avin, ma'u mazala de ke'amar. Et c'est quoi ce mazal dont il parle? Because we know that en mazal l'Israël. Il n'y a pas de mazal en Israël. So basically we're going to jump. We'll go to the next picture. What he will say is say first of all, what is the mazal we're talking about? C'est quoi le mazal dont on parle? This is the name of the 13th point of the beard of Harim. Il dit c'est en fait le nom des 13 points de barbe du Harim. We are not talking about Venus, Sagittarius, Mars, Jupiter. No, this is not the mazal in the Gemara. The mazal here is the different point of the beard. They are our mazal. This is what we're going to explain in the text after. And also why he said we need to say that children, life, and abundance depend on the mazal and not on the zchut. Why? Because the zchut, it's din. It says, that is zchut. C'est quoi le mérite? What is the merit? It's a din. It's a rigorous aspect. C'est un din. Why? If you don't have merit, you don't receive. Miss Bene, tu ne peux pas recevoir des enfants, la vie et l'abondance. So Hashem wants everybody to have life, to have abundance, and to have kids. So what happened? If it was depending on your merit, you would see many people without life, without abundance, without kids. That's what he said. He says c'est trop dinim, it's too much dinim. It's written here. What he said.
Let's actually answer the question often. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So how does these people have kids? How does this person have kids? I don't understand how some people have kids and some Mazan.
Yes.
How does this person is rich and that person is poor?
Yeah.
Mazan. How does this person have children? He's a Hasha and that person is
exactly. Mazan. You get it?
It's like what you saw yesterday is is being under the rules of Stella. Like you work, you receive a salary.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Because the question is, I mean, the question here, but this is only for Israel. So the non-Jew, they maybe receive according to the schools. You know, because if you don't work.
Look what he said. I want to find the part of school. So we are right. Faire l'état, il fallait bénir de ça. Od, Zinocha, et des deux de Zarah, Velazé, Arivka, Zachar, Yaakov, et Meshora, Shté, Salim, Amida, Besot, Bida, Meshora, Amal. It's the beginning too. Okay. Abokia Tago. Like in the Mazalani Kamazal. At the moment to study that, I would jump. Oh, Kolel. Malé. Je n'ai pas l'autre. Dans les bouches. Let's see. I'll see the text. So basically, what he explained to you is that in the beard of Harir, dans la barbe du Harir, you have 13 points, and there's a place where they switch. They are one unit, but they have two tasks. Ils sont une unité, mais ils ont deux fonctions. Hashem, El, Rachum, Bechanun, and so on and so on. And you say, Notzer Chesed, Lalafim. Basically, we are in the Mazala Ilaha, on the upper Mazal. And Venake, the last point, is the lower Mazal. There are two Mazalot. Mazal masculine, Mazal feminine. If you want Yitzhak, Rivka. There are the two Mazalot. C'est deux Mazalot. So basically, Yitzhak is here, Yitzhak is là, Rivka, she's here. So this is where we build the Mazal, the good Mazal. That's why HaKadosh, in the explanation of Tashlir, say all the Kavanot of Notzer Chesed Lalafim, it's here. Between the Mazal Tishi, the Mazal Shosh Esrei. Because the masculine Mazal have to give to him. But all the sins you do, where they go and stand to block your Mazal, here. That's why the heirs of this place are very strange.
And the blocks, they start from here.
Yeah. It's very strange. The heirs of here are not like here. Les cheveux d'ici, vous verrez, c'est pas comme là, ils sont particuliers. So what the code I said, all the sins you do, tous les faits que vous faites, les démons vous créez à cause de ça, ces démons vous créent à cause de that. Where are they standing? They're standing between the Mazal 9 and 13. They're standing between Rivka and Yitzhak. Here. That's why there's some Mekubalim, I saw them, when they do the Shlush Semedot, we are doing like this. It's like you make like some places. The shape. So now what is the shemen? C'est quoi le shemen?
Just the parenthesis is since we learned that the Aleph is the white beard, I really saw why in the world, even amongst like Ne'esav or whatever, but every time you see someone with a white beard is respected.
Yeah.
It's really something that is striking me right now. It's like what they want is to be among people with white beard. And this is a kind of logical that they teach to their children. I think we should also, because we have it also, teach it to our children, because basically what we saw is that basically there is no wisest in this world than the black man with the white beard. This is the wisest, this is the highest stage. Have the two footnotes. So like we say, they have the black suit and they want the white beard. But I just see that it's a pattern that we have to push forward. To surround ourselves with people with
the purpose. The purpose.
Bleach your weird.
So look what he said. So he said,
black man with a black beard.
So look on the left side. Question is, what is the oil? C'est quoi cette huile-là? Because Daniel say, don't eat their oil if they are non-Jew. Si c'est des non-juifs. Look what he said. Au pirouche haïnian, chez Shemen Atov ou or mechochma. So basically when you will have good mazal, it's like the very beautiful, the very wonderful oil going down from the top of the head of the beard of Aaron till the beard of Aaron, and it comes down and it will nozel. Mazal. What is mazal? It's the roots of nozel. Nezila is like drop, 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 drop. This is the mazal. Zul. Ça coule. C'est quoi la notion de mazal? Ça vient du mot nozel, qui veut dire couler, goutte après goutte. It's like the oil going down from the beard, the head, the top of the head, and the beard of Aaron is go down to give to you, Bene Chayim Mezone, children, life and parnassa. Ça vous donne, c'est cette huile-là qui incarne le mazal. Et c'est où? Iris. Benyan Hashemen Atov ou or mi chokhma. This is the light of chokhma. He said, וזה שכתוב שהמוחזל, איפה? במנחות, ils ont dit ça là-bas, dans מנחות. הרגיל בשמן יזכה לחוכמה. Non, הרגיל. Celui qui s'habitue à l'huile, il méritera la chokhmah. If you get used to the oil, you will get the chokhmah. So, in a very shut of sword way, what Daniel knows, if I start to eat their oil, I will be attracted by their chokhmah. This is the point. Si je m'habitue à leur huile, je vais être attiré par leur chokhmah. That's why you will see every kind of food they do, what they put inside, oil, lipid,
Fried.
fats. Ils mettent toujours de l'huile, même even in the milk. Yeah, t'as du lipide. C'est de l'huile, c'est plus gras. You have lipids. What is lipid? It's oil. It's fat. Everything. Even in your shampoo. Yes. Yeah. If you understand what Daniel is saying, telling to you, when he talk about drinks in Creole, he say their wine and their oils, and you take what I'm going to say, when you are used with oil, you are used with chokhmah. Kalvachomer, if the oil comes from another chokhmah. Si tu t'habitues à l'huile, tu t'habitues à la chokhmah. Bah, ça s'applique encore plus quand celui qui est propriétaire de l'huile, il est détenteur d'une chokhmah qui est étrangère.
Là, on parle spécifiquement de l'huile d'olive ou de tout.
All the oil.
L'huile de palme.
All the oil. Huile de palme, huile de ricin, huile de noix, huile de raisin, huile de pétrole. Tout ça, des huiles de pétrole.
Le docteur Sukala fait la recherche dans l'huile palme qui est dégueulasse.
It depends how it's used. The oil of palm tree, it's like the olive oil. It's something that you should never use. Don't burn it. Don't bring it to be saouf. Don't bring it to be burned. Ne la mets pas être cuit, because when you burn it, it creates things which are bad for the earth. If you take it natural, no problem. Micaté, on fait dans l'huile de tournesol. L'huile de tournesol.
C'est pas mal.
Non, mais c'est quand même l'huile
de palme.
Non,
lui, il parle vraiment de. Parce que lui, il est habitué de Micaté à l'huile de palme. Je dis non, Micaté, j'ai l'huile de tournesol. Parce que le palme, ça a un goût en plus.
Ouais,
je ne sais plus comment elle faisait.
C'est pas l'huile de palme. C'est pas le mettre dans le pondou.
Ah ouais, c'est vrai.
Pondou, it's a épinard. It's summer leaves, yeah. And we make it like a sauce like this. Okay, it's sweating.
Ah oui.
Nice.
Des épinards.
Non. Ndundu. Ça, Ndundu, c'est avec la sauce d'Akati. Les connaisseurs comment apprécieront. Ouais, mais en fait, ça reste leur huile. C'est huile non chameau. Yeah. Yes. But, hey. Non. Montre bien qui va. Des plats. So look, he said that the oil is the wisdom, is the chokhmah. L'huile, c'est la chokhmah. Après, il dit, Ve amochin kulam mechuvaniim la chokhmah. Venikra al shema. C'est, c'est all the mochin, they are turned in the direction of the wisdom. And it's on the wisdom that the mochin have been named. So meaning, you eat oil, don't think that because I'm talking about chokhmah that will just diminish your wisdom. On parle d'huile, ne pensez pas parce qu'on parle d'huile que tu vas exceller à la sagesse, que tu vas en devenir que ta sagesse. C'est all the mochim, meaning even knowledge and intelligence. They will be damaged by the oil because they have been named from the wisdom.
You can never go eat anywhere because people they fry everything and you never know which oil they use.
They put even oil sometimes in bread. Real bread in France, you just put flour, water, salt, baguette. Il y a de la vraie pain en France, tu mets que du pain, de la farine, de l'huile et du sel. But now many bread done in industrial bath, it's oily. You can see it. Wait today when the bread starts to be like Senegalese, strong. And you see oil, it's fat. Toute la dimension de l'huile, c'est problématique parce que ça influence ta sagesse. It influences your wisdom. That's why Daniel was very, very careful about all the liquids in Babel. Après, il dit, Velazé Amar, que shemen atov. That's why he's talking about the good shemen. Kalvachomer, it means that you have a shemen hara. Parce qu'il y a un mauvais shemen. Si tu parles d'un shemen atov, he's talking about a good oil. It's that the bad oil does exist. Pirouche, sheseder ait lapshut. So what is the good shemen? Is the shemen comes from a very high place. And will go down, 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 down. For the purpose of what? Creating bene, chaye, maisonné.
Very interesting. That little I know of
Yeah.
it's very all they do is oil.
Yeah.
It's like it's
You can have a good plate. Let's say you have rice, chicken, plantain. So now you put it in oil.
That's all they do.
Oil. In Italia, yes, que ça. Ils cuisent tout. He said, so what is the order of dressing? C'est quoi les tlapshut? C'est quoi l'ordre d'habillage? Which will activate children, life, and abundance, qui va activer les enfants, la vie, les parnassa. Abba ve'ima mitlapshim bezun. So basically, Abba and Ima, Yud-K will be dressed instead of Vav-K. Abba ve'ima mitlapshim, malbishim, arir. But at the same time, they are the dress of arir, of the coats, the top corner of the Yud. Donc en même temps qu'ils sont habillés dans ça, eux-mêmes, ils vont habiller le coin, le côte du Yud. Abba malbish zroyamin, ve'ima zrosmol. Ça j'avance que c'est pas le moment. Deza malbish yerer small ve'u od. Shel arir ad tibur. וזה סוד בזוהר, היו ונצר והיו ועוד. וזקן הריר מגיע עד הציבורו, ונמצא מגיע עד ראש זה. וזה שכתוב כשמן הטוב על הראש, שהשמן מחוכמה, כשמתפשט יוצא בהזקן, הוא על הראש ממש של זה. אבל קודם שהגיע לראש יורד על הזקן, והוא זקן הארון, שעולה עד נוצר חסד, ויורד על פי המידותיים. פירוש, על פי מידות, ו' י', שהם השערות, שהם ו' י', qui me voit לעיל. So what is it basically? C'est like this. Qu'est-ce qu'il dit? Il dit comme ça. Il dit, it's like Baomer. We will see the importance of Rabbi Shimon. It's basically like this. We dit comme ça. We'll understand why we're not African, we're gonna eat good oil. Oily things. Look what he say. Il dit comme ça. I'll try to make a draw. It would look like to something like
I think
this.
in the near future we will import our own.
Yes.
From Africa.
Cooked in the morning or rather at night.
Why not now?
Look, we have the face, so now the parts of film. The first part of it's the Rabbi Shimon. Arir and Pin. and sorry, Arir and Pin. So what's happened with Arir and Pin? Arir, c'est quoi? Arir, it's the codes of the youth. The code of the youth. Let's say it's here. Il est là. At the same time, it will be, let's say, he's like a man. Because it's a part of his face. We say the grandfather. Donc, c'est le grand-père. Donc, let's do a man. With the head, leg, chest, let's say. Chest, arms, and legs. Okay? Ça, c'est Arir. This is Arir. So now what's happened? He said, Arir, because it was, if you be careful about the origin that your oil have been kept, have been made, have been seen by Jew, by Ben Israël, si tu fais attention que ton huile a été gardée, utilisée par un juif ou par So like this, you use kosher oil, tu utilises de l'huile cachère. What will happen? Arir will be activated. Qu'est-ce qui se passe si tu manges l'huile, tu fais l'huile cachère? Arir va être activé. So just stop with avec les huiles, ça s'appelle les marques françaises là. J'ai oublié les noms des marques françaises. I forget the name. You know the names.
The French Prince.
Yeah.
Don't.
They are not kosher.
You know kosher.
Oh, there's a kosher oil, but you find them here. In France, kosher oil with stamp, the price is like crazy. So what do people? They use the non-Jewish oil.
Really, France?
Yeah. En France, ils utilisent l'huile des non-juifs. See? So he said, Arir will be activated. What will happen? He said, his right arm of Arir will be dressed in the youth, meaning it's Abba. Right arm. So bras droit va s'habiller dans Abba. His left arm will be dressed in Ima. Son bras gauche sera dans Ima. His right leg will be dressed in Za. Dans Za. And his left leg, Za basically, it's Netza here. And left leg, Rabbi Shimon, will be dressed in Nukva, which is odd. That's why it's so hard to understand Rabbi Shimon, because it's the last step of explanation of Arir, with the expression of wisdom going down. It's the Zohar.
He's the left leg?
Yeah. Il est dans le odd. Donc il dit quoi? He said, here's the way Ari will be dressed, bringing all the mazalot, the 13 mazalot. Il va amener les 13 mazalot in your life, dans ta vie. And if it was basically what he said. He said the oil will influence all your brains. That's why you can see, so for the example, you can see it. Well, one example. How start things when people turn off in their head? I talk about me. You start to do massage with the oil. Yeah. Put some oil. Oil. Also all the oil in cosmetic. tout lui dans le cosmétique.
But you're not eating it.
But you're swallowing them.
So you're,
Of
of course,
course, yes. It's like someone say, I don't eat non-kosher, but you take some let's say, pork juice, ham juice, you put it in. What you say to him? I eat only Halav Israel, but he wants to do that things cosmetic, bath of milk, and he put Halav Nochi milk, and he go inside. It's not logical to do it because you feed your body from the two sides, from the mouth and from the pores. That's why when, for example, we go to the mikveh before Shabbat, we don't dry ourselves. We let the water be swallowed by our skin. C'est ce qui parle des mikveh de Shabbat.
what about
That's why I
extra for that too?
always run to carrot butter, shea butter, and I take it very rough in that brute. No, nothing has been added, and you can see it because people generally they appreciate the shea butter when it's a bit mixed with something perfume. I don't want to perfume. I want you to put me any oil. So what I do, I buy something big like this, 5 kilo. You see it comes to it's like yellow like this.
Yes.
Yeah. You can smell it. Nothing is that. It's only from the edge to that. No one has added anything. That's why I stopped for many years to put all the Nivea, all the
Make like them.
You can't travel, you can't put, now you can't take care of your skin now.
No, I just take a shea butter.
Moi, je mets l'huile d'olive.
Olive
Oh,
oil.
that's what you believe?
Olive oil.
Tous les jours.
Yeah. Maybe I'll start with that.
Because it's we will see the consequences in 2 seconds. It's working in your chokhmah. So try not that chokhmah.
Since I put olive oil, so before I put as well, so things change.
Yeah.
I stop all the cream. Only olive oil.
You can see even what's happened with the women and the men also, because we see now men. Well, it's why les hommes et les femmes. When they start to be backbeat with all the cosmetics, that cream of night, that cream of day, that cream from ear, that cream for ear, that cream for the first level, that cream for the second level, after that cream for the end. I remember some people say, no, you have specific cream for your hands and different cream for your face. I say, what? It's the same.
Yeah.
For me, so I was taking the cream of the hand, I put it in my face. What are you doing? What? It's cream. Qu'est-ce que je fais? C'est la crème. I don't care. We have to put.
On a grandi comme ça, hein, mais c'est vrai que c'est un peu.
No, but the thing about different creams with different part of your body is a white.
Yeah.
It's a white, and they don't even use it that much. I don't know why there's so much. It's like a good cream.
Nivea au excipial. T'appelles la crème un peu excipial comme ça, ça sentait comme ça.
Non. Le vrai Congolais, c'est bébé rico. Tu as une bouteille comme ça, là. It's a big bottle like this of cream. You're all the family. That's
No, but why is it a problem when people want to mouth are very appealing?
because what you are doing basically is you multiply the different type of fat of entering. That's why you face like you can say a joke. That's why your face don't feel like your hands because you put something else. You put something out. At least me, if I'm not logical, it's the same from the top to the bottom. I'm not fighting with myself.
When you're consistent, if a person just puts one cream,
Okay.
he's consistent with his falling.
Yes.
We know he's not this way.
Yes.
The other people, they do this.
Based on that, based on ça, you can even ask, all this problem of being schizophrenic and so on. Maybe it's because the oil you put on your skin and you drink and you eat. Sorry, not drink and you eat. Because it said it's to Halakha, don't use the oil of non-Jew. So what will be missing when we finish? What's happened to you if you don't use it properly and you let that chokhmot underling you? Finish.
It's like they say, scientists and doctors say that fish oil, omega-3 oil is very good for the brain.
Yeah.
She means smart. So here you see the oil does actually.
Yes. Yes.
Well, in Kabbalah Shabbat, we do liquid.
Exactly.
Sometimes they come
Exactamente. Amen, Mandikin, and Mandikin 7.
Yeah, is that no? No, I used to.
The fresh ein gimel and the fish. The fresh ein gimel. Beberico.
There's a book I read sometime. It's called Medical Mafia, written by a medical doctor from Canada. Their license was withdrawn.
Yeah, I think I remember.
So she speaks about all these things. Little we know, and it says it's the United Nations that is also the culprit. Hey, talk about the creams, talk about the Vaseline, how they produce this thing, and what they put in our body through these creams and the Vaseline and so forth. Hey, scary, man. Very scary.
And that's why Africa is where we're at. Use creams. Use all the creams. Now think of in all over sub-Saharan Africa, everybody moisturizes their skin. We're using all of these creams.
Yeah.
So you know what? I'll send a picture. And see what is the danger behind the fact that you will bring your mazal, meaning children, abundance, and life to be under bad influence. Look also what you can chas v'shalom. The mage, if you go to the non-kosher oil.
I have this picture of myself in the morning with my bottle of oil after I put it over my start drinking it. Just to react.
Oily. So look, it's in the book of Daniel, in the Sefer Psukim, Daniel, the pasuk Ashrei HaMechakeh. So happy be the one who waits. Heureux celui qui attend. Veyagia liyamim elef ushla, and it will arrive in the years 1335. You know this pasuk in Daniel? Vous connaissez ce pasuk in Daniel? Let's find it and read it in the text. Let me find it. Ashrei HaMechakeh.
copy of the one.
C'est Daniel. Ah, Yud Bet. 12. Daniel 12. Hey! Pasta! We know what. All these references in Daniel's book is only the pastors.
Oh,
We know you. We know your past lives.
Oh,
It's even the last pasuk.
Yes.
One of before the last. So Daniel gives us signs about the end of the days. Daniel donne un signe avant la fin. Chapitre 12, pasuk 12. So he said, Ashkei המחכה ויגיע לימים 1,335. Heureux celui qui attendra avec confiance et verra la fin de 3, pardon, pas 1000 ans, verra la fin de 3135 jours. In English, Rabbi Nathan, can you read, please?
praiseworthy is he who awaits and reaches 1,335 years.
La fin de 1335 jours. So what is that? 1,335. Akiva helps you a little bit by giving us something, not by mistake, but it's also is it. Don't read a mechake, the one who waits. It's a chokhmah. You see? You read the chokhmah, right? You see? Change the letter in place. Ashkei chokhmah.
Yes.
Where you put comma. When the chokhmah yagia will arrive in that day. So see what Akadosh said. Donc il dit, ne dis pas à celui qui attendra. Celui qui attendra, this one who will wait is this word. Amechake. So change the letter place. Chet, Chav, and Achochma. Okay, so see what the Akadosh is saying. Right?
Maybe I knew what I was trying to say.
And now the pastor said, hey, I didn't know. I was teaching about the waiting. Hey, it was wisdom.
Because for ministers, particularly in Seventh Day Adventist, where I was.
Yeah.
This particular pasuk,
Yeah.
they teach a lot, and they are referring to Catholic. Because Catholic control the world more or less the same years.
1,000
years. Yeah. They've been ruling the world.
No, but it's been more than 1,000.
Sorry?
It's been more than 1,000 years.
Not the Catholic.
Yeah,
No,
no, but
let's talk about maybe when they were in the top, you know.
the top.
Top,
yes.
yeah.
Crowning the king, dethroning the kings.
Yeah. Ooh. So let's see what he said. I can just give the secret. He said that Kiket Geula, the final stage of the Geula. So if we have the confirmations, people will ask me why some people they do Hallel when it comes about the Independence Day. I'll give you the answer because we consider that Independence Day is in the process of the Geula. Geula is not one day. Geula is the period with the beginning and the final step. Donc en fait, ceux qui demandent pourquoi certains ils font le Hallel, c'est parce qu'ils considèrent que eux, la création de l'État, même si c'est pas parfait, even if it's not perfect, depending on the state, it's one part of the period called the period of Geula. That's why you say, Ketz a Geula, the final stage of the Geula, la première étape de la Geula. And Yermos Po, the Daniel that Daniel is talking about, She'u Bishnat Shala Le'elef Ashishi. So he said, Daniel was saying that the Geula will be in the 6th millennium. Hey, 6th millennium. Right? The year Shala, which is It was for Daniel the time of the Ketz of the Geula. So what does it mean? We passed.
What is this date in
Check.
Ketzagel means the end of the Geula process.
Let's see what he's going to say. Maybe he's talking about this being the beginning. Let's see. Voilà ce qu'il dit. C'est Shala Aleph Sheshi. Ou Besod Shem Avaya Bemilu Yodin. So because even Arakadosh himself, it was after that, I think. No. It was his year. Yeah, it was his period when he was there, I think. Yeah, I think.
335.
C'est 1575. C'est un peu après le Hari.
1575.
1775.
Il est né en 1400.
1400, il a vécu un peu en 1500.
1000?
Yeah, in a modern day.
1500.
Yeah. Donc il dit, c'est le secret, this is the secret of the name Ab. C'est le name Ab. Qui, im take, if you add, if you do, take the name Ab, 10 times Yud, you will have, so take Yud, Parmaim Yud, Yud Taf. Im take, Hey Parmaim Hey. It will you will be Hacha and Vav Parmaim Vav Tafa D He Parmaim He, same thing. Akol Gematria Rachav Sa Akol Elef Ushalad Vehelo Em Yemea Galut Em Yemea Galut Umisham Veler Yachol Liyot Ketz HaGeula Mishnat Shala Ve'elea. So he's saying basically, he said the secret is like this, is to find the secret of Geula type. He said Yachol Yot, it means that sometimes it's not happening, but every time you will see something, you have to use the word of Daniel to apply these numbers, the logicality. He said, look like this. He said, if I take the name Ab, je prends le nom Ab. Basically, it gives to you a technique to calculate the day of the Geula, final date of the Geula. He said, you take the name Ab, and you do Yud times Yud, which is equal to yeah, 20 times 20. No. That's 400, which is tough. After 8 times 8. Non. 15 fois 15. Je ne serais pas gérer mes comptes, toi.
Ça va, mais après,
225. Vav par main, Vav.
6 fois 6, ça je sais.
Non, pas 6 fois 6.
16 fois 16. Bon, ça va, hein? On n'est pas loin.
Quel 16?
250.
Mais non, qu'est-ce que tu racontes?
Ah non.
C'est 22.
22 fois 22.
Voilà, 22 fois 22.
484.
Voilà, 484, utilise, attends.
T'écris trop petit.
Hey, is the same. So he said, what is the total of all this? C'est quoi le total de tout ça? Et ça colle, it's 1, 3, 3, 4. Right? And he said, ce nombre-là que tu trouves en multipliant les nombres par eux-mêmes, this number that you find that multiplying each numbers together, Ve'elohim yemei galut. They are the days of galut.
Let's see. Okay, first of all, the Arizal passed away the year 5 of Av, 53-32.
53.
32.
Ah,
2 ans avant.
2 ans avant.
C'est l'ouverture de la Géoula, parce que c'est lui qui a aidé à redonner une vie aux autres.
Pour faire le quête. Donc, s'ils avaient réussi à faire ce qu'ils avaient fait, 2 ans après, on avait fait tout le boulot.
S'ils avaient
Réussi à faire venir la Géoula comme ils voulaient le faire avec la tutelle. En 2 ans, tu construis le temple, tu viens réduire la vie, tu ramènes tout ce qu'il veut, tu donnes ce process. And after what's happened, it say, this is the timeline of the Galut. Donc après, il dit, Misham ve'eler, and from here, you had plus. Misham ve'eler, yachol liyot ketz hageulah. So from this moment, meaning plus 1 day, it can be the final stage of the Geulah. And we finished like here. What does it mean? We know that this name is related to Chokhmah. C'est related to Chokhmah. Meaning, if you want to mess up with Jew, just give to them the habit to eat non-kosher oil. Tu veux embrouiller les Juifs, oblige-leur à manger de l'huile pas cachère. Why? Because the more they eat unkosher oil, the more we will be forgetting about the purposes of Geula. Because it's only Chokhmah will give to you, not only to sustain about children, life, and Parnasa, but also to be only focused on the time where you would go back to your original country, where you have been sent from to mission here in Eretz, in Olam Hazeh.
So basically, Geula is bringing the teaching of the Ani, which is the lion, which is to the world, first of all to all the Israel, even to the Sadat Ashkenaz.
Yes.
Il est gentil, hein?
Il a changé.
Non, j'ai compris.
Il a changé.
Il
a regardé à sa droite.
Non.
On va comme il disait, c'est ma famille.
C'est ma famille. Non, j'ai compris ça hier, j'ai dit.
J'ai une femme ashkénaze.
Non, la tête de Esav sur le genou. Alors, il y a une partie qui est bonne. Voilà.
Ça, c'est le
mais c'est la
de
tête.
ce soir.
Ouais, ok, d'accord.
Mais juste pour donner un prémisse,
D'accord.
ce que n'a Yevaki, c'est qu'en fait, c'est pas nous, avec le sol, c'est pas la peine, en fait, on va pas brûler le monde comme Rabbi Shimon quand il est sorti de la cave. Il faut, par différentes techniques, qu'elles soient plus ou moins frontales ou non, instiller le sol, même dans Ashkenaz, parce que certains Ashkenaz ne sont pas des Bnei Esav.
Oui,
il y a deux clans même à l'intérieur d'eux-mêmes.
Oui, il y a des...
Donc, si on arrive à aller jusque-là, on va pouvoir ramener...
Non, mais
le sol, c'est l'hameçon.
Voilà,
le sol, l'hameçon, tu dis, hey, quel Ashkenaz bouge.
Non, mais c'est ça que je suis en train de dire. On est en train de dire la même chose. Moi, je suis en train de dire la tête, le corps de Esav est... Voilà, attends.
Hey, il annonce le chidouche. He's announcing that the chidouche will be tonight. Hey, I can't wait.
Is that there is a difference between Esav and Ashkenaz. Il y a une différence entre Esav et Ashkenaz. Il y en a qui sont...
Je vais te torpiller ton chidouche. Faut plutôt dire ça. There's a difference between Esav and Eliphaz.
Ça va. Parce que
Parce que Eliphaz, c'est la tête. C'est ça qui est bon. Il a appris de Yitzhak. He learned from Yitzhak. He sat with the grandfather.
and who is the son of Eliphaz?
Hey!
Du corps. C'est là-bas le.
Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, you are bringing Sodot. Hey! Toda Rabba Tzadikim. See you tonight. We will be on Zoom. Celebrate also if you have anything in the community. Eat meat, drink wine or alcohol if you don't have wine, and try to study very deep Torah, because it will help you to have strength for all the years that we are facing. Baruch Adonai Olam. Amen. Amen.
Amen. תודה, הרב. תודה.
תודה רבה. תודה רבה, רבי.
תודה רבה, merci.
On va le courrier d'ici 3-4 heures.
Ok, merci beaucoup.
Avec plaisir.
Et il est là, Rabbi Shimon?
Oui, il est là. Attends, je te le visualise. C'est Freda.
Je te fais coucou aussi, en fait.
Attends, je te mets en épingle. Je peux le donner, tu vois. Ah, il est pas là. Bien sûr.
Shalom.
Oh, Rabbi Shimon!
Comment ça va?
Ça va, Baruch Hashem, et toi?
Oh, Hachem.
La femme, il y a mon fils qui veut te faire coucou aussi, mon fils.
Hey, shalom.
Attends, tiens. Tiens, chérie.
Tu
Mets
vois?
ça de côté. Ouais,
Oh,
vas-y, hein. Ouais,
Hey, petit.
ouais.
Comment ça va, mon grand?
Bonjour,
Ça va? Comment tu
Yanis.
t'appelles?
Yanis.
Yanis. C'est quand tu viens nous voir. Ton père, il est venu nous voir, mais tu n'es pas venu avec lui.
Oui, on va essayer.
Ah,
Non, mais tu viens cette année, hein. Tu vas cette année, en fait. Hein.
Cette année, on va y aller.
ah ouais? Vous savez quand vous allez venir à peu près?
Si Dieu le veut, au moins en octobre, au moins.
Ah, voilà, comment on met quelqu'un dans les problèmes. Viens voir, Rabbi, je te montre quelque chose. Voilà ce que je vais faire, Yanis. Viens voir, Yanis. Tu vois ce monsieur?
Yanis, regarde.
Viens voir. Tu vois ce monsieur?
Voilà.
Il te promet un jouet quand tu vas venir ici.
Hey.
Non, il va pas jouer.
Et à la famille entière, hein.
C'est la famille. Avec plaisir.
Ouais.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Merci.
Elles sont en jeu, mais